Pikachu?
Fire Pokemon, man's greatest friend. Now, we have looked at these monsters before when we tackled Pokemon Crystal, and that was an absolute ball ache. And obviously, I've not learned because now I'm going to try and tackle Pokemon Fire Red. Yes, a lot of people are going to be going, hang on, this isn't possible. And I don't want to hear any negativity. I want to hear, oh my god, I can't wait for this challenge. It sounds absolutely amazing. Now, for everyone who's new, I'm going to be playing Pokemon Fire Red with Hardcore Nuzlocke rules and only using fire types. In addition, there's going to be a level cap, which means my level can only go as far as the next gym leader's highest Pokemon. Now, before we go into the adventure, here's a quick message about the local business that I've discovered. So 2021 has not been a fun year for us Australians, what with the risk of drop bears coming from all directions and a virus keeping me inside, which meant I've had to spend time with my own wife. With these rubbish times, what better way to keep yourself entertained than collecting Pokemon cards? And the best place to get them is from stingers.com.au. Stingers have the most up-to-date box sets in stock and at good prices. They do live booster pack openings, booster pack battles for you adrenaline junkies, and frequent duck races. They also have a Facebook page where the group often show their pulls, expecting everybody's praise, when in reality we all want to find out where they live and sneak in at the middle of the night. Stingers is a local business to me and I really want to see it succeed. And you'll find the website and the Facebook group links below. And remember, drop bears don't fear Pokemon cards. Now I'm really looking forward to this one, especially the second gym. Yeah, the second gym! The one that's going to be an absolute breeze. Now, as always, if you do like this, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe for more challenges. I decided to call myself Hiccups and let my little girl have a go, whilst I name my rival Kaiba, one of the best rivals who ever existed. Yugi, let's play a child's card game to decide the fate of the world. No need to modify my game this time, I can straight away pick Charmander, and considering we're feeling a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh!, I call him Red Eyes. I go against the Squirtle and I can just scratch the poor turtle's eyes out until it faints. Now, before we get to Brock, I have a huge problem in my head, and that is, how the hell do I beat Brock? I may be able to get through the Geodude and Onix in Generation 1 with luck, but in the remakes, Onix has Rock Tomb, which will be a one-hit KO and the end of this challenge. But not one to give up, I start burning the forest down for fun, and I hit level 13 and... oh, Metal Claw. Oh, okay, this might be doable then. Don't blame me, look, I don't research every little detail about these things. I take on Brock with his fancy jacket and he starts with Geodude. I use Metal Claw and he wants to use Defense Curl, which is great to be honest. On the second attack I get the attack boost, which is key, and the third hit means I finish it off. The Rock Snake comes out and gives me a nudge while I hit it with Metal Claw. We repeat the dance next turn and it binds me on his next. I was so close to killing it, and then I get some luck as it misses the Rock Tomb, allowing the Red Eyes to go all out and finish off the Onix. On one badge done, let's be honest, I really shouldn't be going any further than this point. We head east and Red Eyes evolves into Charmeleon to get some added power. Now, whilst in Mount Moon, I get the chance to pick up the Helix fossil. Now, let's be honest, who would pick this piece of garbage up? It looks flimsy, like it may crumble by just blowing on it. Like, I would rather forego beer for a year than pick up this monstrosity. Now, the Dome fossil, this is a fossil. It's strong, reliable, will give you a cuddle at night, probably. And with that argument in my head done, I make the correct decision. Now, I'm 100% sure this decision is not going to bite me in the backside at some point in the nearby future. I reach Cerulean City, and here's where we face the main problem in this whole challenge. Misty. Well, there's no point from hiding it. I said at the beginning there are no other fire Pokemon available to help poor Red Eyes, and even if I had a whole team of Charmeleons, I don't think I could do it. However, I am one for punishment, and let's just go see what happens. Misty could be a moron and just let her Starfish take one for the team. But here we go. I start with Charmeleon, and she starts with Staryu. I miss my first kick. Great start. And then because Misty just wants to use Harden, I can take it out with full health. The Devil Starmie comes out and hits me with Water Pulse, which I survive, and Mega Kick doesn't even do half. The next turn, the Starmie puts me out my misery with another Water Pulse, and there we go. The challenge is over. Well, not even a critical's going to help me with that, but that would be for everyone else, and I'm not everybody else. I want to continue with this challenge, but I need help. Actually, I need divine intervention. So I go back into the grass and pray, "Oh, Pokemon gods, please send me something that may help me beat the Water Gym of Doom."
My child, I give you the gift of fire.
Oh my god, a Ponyta! Now we're in some business. I needed extra firepower and speed. A fire horse could be exactly what I need. I catch it and call it Sylph. Now with my added power, I go back to take Misty once more. Sylph starts up against Staryu, and Stomp makes it flinch and then get the kill. Next up is Starmie and... Oh, bugger. Well, this didn't work, did it? Maybe I was just praying to the wrong god. Oh, Pokemon gods, please send me something other than a fire horse to help.
The part of Flygon will be played by the Christian Pokemon champion.
My son, I give you the gift of fire.
Result, a Growlithe. These things are absolute tanks. A Firestone would be nice, but look, I can't complain too much. I catch it and call it Flygon.
Hang on, Flygon! You asked him first, didn't you?
Well, I didn't say it, Antler Boy did.
I'm not getting involved with this.
No more favors for you.
Misty is going to be smashed now for sure. I start with Sylph again, who can easily finish off the Staryu. Starmie comes out, and the horse is now able to hold on and gets a stomp before falling. Now it was Flygon and... Oh no. And then Red Eyes gets a crit. Oh, fudge. Oh, Pokemon gods, please send me something from someone who just eats nothing but fancy chocolate.
The part of Zwigo will be played by Pokarath.
My child, I bring you fire.
Ooh, aren't you fancy? A Flareon. This is a major step up. It's already in its final form. I catch it and call it Zwigo.
You asked Zwigo before you asked me. Wow, you're a terrible human being.
Again, put the blame elsewhere. Antler Boy said it, not me.
Dude, I told you I am not getting involved with this.
Zwigo is surely the last piece I need to beat this Devil Witch. Staryu goes against Sylph, as I know the horse can easily win. Against Starmie, I hang on again and get a stomp before falling. Flygon comes out, and once more it falls. Can Zwigo do anything? Ooh, it can! And I throw some sand in its face before it goes down next hit. Will that sand matter for Red Eyes? Starmie hits me and confuses me, and I hit myself, and I'm dead. And I'm about to cry. Like, how the hell do I do this? There's no one left. There's no point praying for Vulpix. It's not available in this game. I decide to make one last grasp before giving up on religion. Oh, Pokemon gods, please send me a Pokemon given to me by someone with a beard praised by many, especially me.
My son, I give you the gift of fire. Wait, you picked the Dome Fossil, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did, and you've been mocking the Helix Fossil in multiple videos, too. You know what? No Fire Dog for you. Have the stupid bird instead. My son.
Okay, Moltres like big whoop. Woo! I catch it and call it Madra Bruh. Yeah, Madra Bruh. Stupid Helix Fossil. Now with a somewhat legendary bird in hand, surely I'm going to be able to do this. Sylph once again gets rid of Staryu. He holds on again and gets the stomp damage. I send out Flygon, really just for the lols. Zwigo we know can hold on, and I use Sand Attack before dying. Madrabra is here and gets smacked and can get one Wing Attack off before falling. Finally it is Red Eyes, and I take one Water Pulse and a Mega Kick sends Starmie finally to its watery grave. My word, it took a stupid Firebird to finally put this match to bed, and I'm not going to stop there because there's the rest of the challenge to do. Well, why not be a waste of the god's time if I didn't? For the sake of fairness, I put everyone apart from Red Eyes back in the PC because I won't be needing them again. Well, I say that. Probably won't. Look, I'm trying not to bring them back, come on. With my spirits held high, I go take on Kyber. I know, I completely forgot about him, and send out Red Eyes to meet Pidgeotto. It takes a quick attack and I manage to burn it with Ember. A little bit of burn damage manages to finish it. Kyber sends out his ace, so I kick it in the face and take a water gun. One more kick is enough. Next is Zabra, which is just a waste of time, and I finish it with Ember easily enough. Finally it's Rattata, and I just stick with Ember, and it only takes 2 to send the rat down and send Kyber on his way. I complete all the stuff up until Bill's, and then realise my level is way too high, and it would be unfair to carry on. Remember, there are still no available fire Pokemon, so yeah, I went back to the box. Well, I've got to. I used one of the best Yu-Gi-Oh cards ever, Reborn, the monster, to bring back Flygon from the graveyard, and it would have been the next fire Pokemon available to me anyway. I go to the SS Sand to fight Kyber on his boat. Let's be honest, it probably would be just so he can flex. Flygon goes against Pidgeotto, and thank God for Intimidate to help lower the attack. I use Bite and it takes 3 chomps to go down. Now here is the big boy War Turtle. I bite it and get a flinch. I bite it again and get another flinch. I bite it a third time to get a critical to kill it. I bite the Raticate and take a Hyper Fang to finish it with another bite. The Kadabra misses the Disable, which means I can kill it with a bite, and that was a challenge in itself. I actually don't think Charmeleon could have done that on its own. Flygon's journey is not over, and he still has a gym leader to take on all by himself, but this should be a lot easier. Lieutenant Surge may seem threatening, but this dog is armed with Dig, so yeah, I'm going to be fine. Surge starts with Voltorb, and because it is faster, it can hit me with Shockwaves, which does a little bit of damage before I pop out the hole, but I don't kill it. Surge uses a potion and I dig again to get the same result. Another Shockwave adds more damage before I finish it. The rat comes out and I now have the speed to go down the hole and finish it off, but it has the last laugh as its static ability paralyzes me. Finally, it is the Raichu, who decides to use double team instead of killing me. I'm paralyzed twice and it just piles on the double teams. It uses 4 double teams before I pop up and I don't kill it. It then uses Shockwave and takes me down to 9 HP, and I bite it back and I get the kill. Ha! Your double teams didn't help you there, did it? Had you just gone for the kill, I would have lost that one. Ah well, you just gotta take your luck when you get it. With this win, it means I can bring back Red Eyes into the fray. I head on to Celadon City and go to obtain my next member of the team. Well, kinda. See that Pokeball? That's Eevee, and I can't be bothered using a Firestone on it. Not when I already have one in the box. Zwigo is back, and we'll go straight for the next gym leader, my secret lover Erica, and with our team's favourite dinner, grass types. Not before I realise, oh yeah, I can evolve Flygon, can't I? You fool. Now I battle her. Erica starts with Victreebel, and I send out Flygon, and Ember does over half. It misses with Stun Spawn, goes down the next turn. Tangler is Tangler and goes down without a fight. Finally, it's Vileplume, and Ember does over half, and after a few missed opportunities, it goes down with another Ember. 4 badges obtained, and this is the most legitimate run I've ever done. We carry on with more story stuff to do, like walking into a gangster's headquarters, which surely would get you killed. But not my 10-year-old daughter, she doesn't really care. She busts enough skulls to meet old Geomate, and he starts with Onyx and I use Flygon. I start biting and it only takes 2 to go down. Next is Rhyhorn, and once again it takes 2 to go down. Finally it's Kangaskhan, and I start using Ember and a mixture of other stuff, and it falls easily enough. Not really much of a challenge. Maybe he was tired. I wonder what was on his computer. I continue with the story stuff to go see our friend Kyber, which should be a breeze. Pidgeotto is back out and Arcanine bites it off to see it and 1. Wartortle should not be too much of a threat either. The first bite manages to flinch him and the second crits it. Growlithe is easy and 1 dig cleans it up. Next is Execute, and yeah, it's not a problem. Kadabra, piss off. It's now power up time. Charmeleon becomes the Red Eyes Black Charizard. Red Eyes is better, come on, let's just be honest. Imagine throwing that bad boy out. To test out my new power, I go take on Koga and his poison nonsense. He starts with Coughing and I use Flamethrower to see it off in 1. Muck is next and Flamethrower does just under half, but even with Minimize I hit it to the red. This means Koga's gonna heal it and I use a Wing Attack. Now by doing this I can finish it off with a Flamethrower next turn. Coughing comes back out and is destroyed with a Flamethrower. The Wheezing is last and I use another Flamethrower and 1 critical gains me my 5th badge. I go to Google headquarters to stop Giovanni from deleting his search history and meet up with Kyber again. Pidgeot is here, but I start with Zwigo this time and I use my Secret Power and it does half and paralyzes it, but it takes 2 more hits to finish it. Blastoise is next, so I switch into Flygon and it protects. Thankfully, Blastoise just wants to use Protect and Water Gun. Eventually, Bite wins the day and takes out the big turtle. Growlithe is next, so I dig back in the ground and it survives, but Takedown can't kill me. I switch into Red Eyes and I can use a Wing Attack. I use Wing Attack on the Execute and I can't kill it, and I'm paralyzed, but I can kill it next turn. Finally, it's Alakazam, and I'm paralyzed while it powers up, and then I miss Mega Kick. 4th move in, and I nearly kill it, and it keeps using Future Sight whilst I finish it. Had it just gone after me with any attack, it probably would have finished me off. I interrupt Giovanni, who's begging the chairman for a new PC because his apparently glitched. And because I don't believe you should be getting a free PC, I want a word. Geo starts with Nidorino, and I use Swigo, and 2 Secret Power finishes it off. I use Bite on the Rhyhorn, it does about a 3rd. I get lucky with a 2nd with a flinch, and then I finish it on the 3rd. Kangaskhan comes out and I switch to Arcanine. Bite does a huge chunk and eventually falls. Finally it's Nidoqueen. I use Bite, which does barely anything. I try Ember and that does bugger all as well, and Body Slam to the red. I switch into Red Eyes and use Flamethrower, which does a huge chunk, and 1 more wins me the match. The mighty Sabrina is next, and this could be a pain because of the Alakazam. Red Eyes goes against Kadabra and wipes it out in 1. Next is Mr. Mime, and I have a Wing Attack, it takes it into the red, and then Sabrina heals it up. But by doing this, it just frees me up for it to kill it. The Venomoth is just a waste of my time, and now it's Mr. Mustache himself, and I use a Wing Attack and... okay then, never mind. I head to the Pokemon Mansion because I need to pick up 1 more member of my team, but I can't seem to find it.
Okay, so I know I got rebattling Red and Crystal wrong, but if you are after Magmar, then you, my friend, are out of luck. You're playing Pokemon Fire Red! It was only released in Pokemon Leaf Green! You better suck on that, you donut!
I ignored Joey Wheeler's comments and decided to pray one last time. To my ultimate god, I do not ask for your help that often, but I need you now. I need your love. I need your help.
My son, I am the Lord of all creation, Bongzilla. For your efforts, I present you the gift of roast duck.
Here it is, the final piece of the jigsaw. Thank you, Bongzilla. I catch it and name him after Bongzilla's underling, Jake. Now it's time for Fire on Fire, me versus Blaine. Growlithe goes against Red Eyes, but I switch into Swigger because of the Intimidate. I use a secret power to remove it in 1. Ponyta is next, and that falls with 1 critical. Next is Rapidash, and that takes a secret power and gets paralyzed. Blaine can only use a full heal, which means I can kill it. Finally, it's Arcanine, it uses Takedown, and a secret power does nothing but does paralyze it. I switch back into Red Eyes and I kick it in the face. It's then paralyzed and 1 more kick does the job. I face Giovanni for the last time and he's on the run because the police have seen that search history and want a word with him. He started Rhyhorn and I use Red Eyes. I throw fire at it and take it to the red and it gets the burn, which means it's gonna die. It then hits me with a Rock Blast and luckily it only hits me twice. I carry on against the second Rhyhorn and this one only uses Scary Face at me. I decide to switch for Flygon and it uses Dig to finish it. Next is Dugtrio, and predicting it's going to use Earthquake, I bring back in Red Eyes who can fire back and destroy it in 1. Nidoqueen comes out and Flamethrower does over half. I survive a Body Slam and hit it with another Flamethrower. Finally it's Nidoking and I gamble and I do the same thing. Giovanni uses Thrash which doesn't end my life and I can get rid of Geo for good. 6 matches to go before I'm Queen. First up is Kaiba in a warm up to the final match. It's Pidgeot against Red Eyes. I start with Sunny Day to bring out the sun, and Feather Dance does absolutely nothing to me, allowing me to put the bird down with a full power Flamethrower. Next is the Blastoise, his big boy. I use Flamethrower and then it does over a third. Blastoise uses Rain Dance. It then becomes a game of me using Sunny Day and Flamethrower, whilst Blastoise is using a Rain Dance and Water Gun. Red Eyes wins the 8-all battle this time. Rhyhorn is next, and we saw with Geomate this has no chance. Next is Growlithe and I throw fire at it and it can't stand the heat. Next is Execute, just go away. Alakazam is last and my wing attack does nothing whilst it powers up. I use a Flamethrower and yeah, it's dead. Okay, 5 more matches to go. I reached Elite 4 and I've got 4 Pokemon to complete this journey with. I know this is going to be extremely hard. I have no strong advantages over any of the members and Lorelei Lance will be absolute pains in the backside. I want to teach Red Eye Solar Beam, but no, he doesn't learn it in this game. Why not? It makes absolute sense. So Lorelei is going to go against a Fire Trainer and myself and probably laughing. Red Eyes goes against Dugong. I use Sunny Day and it uses Safeguard. I then hit it with Brick Break while it brings out the Hail. I then use Sunny Day again and get hit with the Surf. I use 1 more Brick Break to finish it off. Next is Cloyster, and with the sun already up I can just finish it with a Flamethrower. Her Ace Lapras comes out, so I use Brick Break which does nothing and she hits with Ice Beam. I decide to use Brick Break again and it uses Surf on me. After it uses a berry I take a gamble and finish it. When the Slowbro comes out I have to switch into the Duck who takes a Surf. I bring out the Sun again and just about hang on from another Surf. I switch into Zwigger who also takes a Surf. I use Sand Attack and then it uses Amnesia. I bite it and get the flinch. I bite it again and get another flinch. I bite it a 3rd time and get a critical hit. Easy peasy. Finally it's Jinx and it puts me to sleep. I just ride out the Ice Punch and then use Flamethrower to send it into the red. Lorelei tries to heal it, twice. It then puts it back to sleep and I ride another Ice Punch and attract before switching to Flygon, who gets frozen. I have to switch him out for Zwiggo again, who won't wake up. I gamble 1 more turn and hang on, wake up and finish it with a Flamethrower. It's now time for Bruno and I think Red Ice is going to be fine. I use Sunny Day against the Onix but then it uses Bloody Rock Tomb. I'm still fast enough and use Flamethrower to kill it. Hitmonchan is still slower and it survives, but using counters not going to help it. Bruno tries to heal it and now Flamethrower kills it. The matchup comes out and I'm not sure it has Rock Slide, so I switch to Flygon to use Intimidate. I take a Rock Tomb and then just start extreme speeding the thing and it misses a Cross Chop, but eventually it does hit me. I am able to finish it off with half my health remaining. Onix comes out and I predict the Earthquake and switch into my Red Eyes and I'm right. I do over half with a Flamethrower and take a Double Edge well. Next turn it's sent down with a Flamethrower. Hitmonlee is the final Pokemon, so I switch to Zwiggo and luckily it doesn't get hit with Mega Kick, but it is hit by the second. I nearly kill it with Secret Power, but then I survive the second Mega Kick and finish that turn. 2 down and next is Agatha, who should be a breeze with who I have at my disposal. She starts with Gengar and Zwiggo is hit with Confused Ray and I hit myself. Second turn I'm hit with Shadow Punch, before I bite it. It goes to poison me and I manage to hit it again. I switch out as I know Agatha's going to heal up, which it does. I use Bite and get a flinch, and now I'm fast enough to kill it. Callback comes out and I use Extreme Speed, and Air Cutter does absolutely nothing to me. I switch to Red Eyes, who gets confused, and I manage to snap out of that pretty quick and finish it. Next is Arbok, so I start setting it on fire. It takes 2 hits before the snake falls. Next is Gengar, who puts me to sleep, and I'm then put to sleep by the Gengar, so I switch to Flygon. Flygon has the speed and gets a Bite to flinch it. It uses a berry to heal up whilst I bite it again. And I bite it and uses a Sludge Bomb, which doesn't do anything, but then Agatha uses a full restore, which is great because it means I'm free to kill it in the next hits. Finally it's Haunter. It nearly goes down but then puts me to sleep. I switch into Jake, who can come in and use Flamethrower. Easy peasy. Okay, a bit of messing around, but I managed to get the job done. Now, Lance could be a pain. A real pain. I don't have anything that can really damage him. No rock moves, no electric moves, and obviously no ice moves. And I suspect casualties in this battle. God, I hate Lance. Well, I hate his dragons. Gyarados comes out and I start with Flygon. I use Toxic on it and it hits. I then switch to Flygon and I'm bitten and flinched. I get hit with a Dragon Rage, but a Bite plus Poison finishes off the Gyarados. Next is the Aerodactyl, the one I fear. I've got absolutely nothing for this. Flareon doesn't have any speed and dies. The Duck comes out and I take an Ancient Power and confuse it before switching into Flygon. I hit it with a Fire Blast and I hit it with Toxic. And you use one more Fire Blast which gets rid of the monster. Next is Dragonite and I poison it, and Safeguard's not going to help you now, is it? Meh. I start biting it and just hope for the flinch. I get hit with one Outrage, which takes me to the red. I bite it again, it fails, and down goes Flygon. I send out Charizard, and that thing's got a berry which doesn't help. I use Flamethrower and pray. I don't kill it, but then it hits itself in confusion, and the poison does the job. I face the first Dragonair. I use Fly, and when I land, I'm paralyzed by Thunder Wave, which isn't fun. I fly again, and Dragon barely holds on. This means Lance is going to heal again. I hit it with a Fly and Outrage does about a third. My next Fly does the trick though. The final Dragonair comes out and hits me with Dragon Rage. I use Fly doing under half and then I'm hit with an Outrage. I get paralyzed while it gets confused. I'm hit again with Outrage, which leaves me with 5 HP. I fly up and then it hits itself in confusion, leaving the door open for me to finish it off. There's only one battle left, but I can take the champion. However, with only 2 Pokemon against Kaiba's team, it's going to be so difficult, especially one of those being a Blastoise. I level up to level 63, and I know this is going to be so hard, but it's the final battle, and I feel I need some anime music for this one. Hang on, 1 sec. Kaiba starts with Pidgeot, and I throw out Jake. I use Confuse Ray, and it hits itself. I then use Sunny Day, and it hits itself again. I start with the fire, and a critical helps me knock it out, although I don't think it mattered. Raiden is next, and I predict the Earthquake, so I switch into Red Eyes and again call it correct. I throw fire at it and it gets the burn, and then it misses the Rock Tomb. I use a Brick Break on the turn Kaiba heals, and then use Flamethrower to remove it. Here is the big boy Blastoise. I switch into Jake and it goes for Hydro Pump, which misses. God, this is so anime, my team are ninjas. I use Confuse Ray and it uses Rain Dance. I start using Smokescreen and now is the time to pray. It hits itself first time round and the second, and I am just throwing so much smoke. Once 3 have been thrown up, Hydro Pump is a terrible move choice. I keep adding more smoke and Confuse Rays to get it to -6 accuracy. Eventually, I use Sunny Day and start burning it. Kaiba sees the threat and heals up, but Jake can keep on the attack. The Blastoise has to resort to Bites, which are missing, and when it does hit, it's absolutely rubbish. The battle between the turtle and the duck ends with Blastoise killing itself. Next is Alakazam, and it has the speed, which means I take a Psychic before confusing it. It hits itself, and Flamethrower is enough to do the job. The Executor comes out and the Duck has absolutely no problems with this. Kaiba's last Pokemon is Arcanine. It has extreme speed, so I confuse it, but then 2 turns later Jake falls from extreme speed, meaning that it's all on Red Eyes. Fire versus fire. The Arcanine hits itself with confusion, which means I can use Fly. When I do land, extreme speed is doing absolutely nothing to me. My next Fly takes Arcanine to the red, however Kaiba ruins my day by healing. Arcanine starts using Flamethrower, just doing more damage. I land another Fly which takes it into the red, whereas his Flamethrower takes me into the yellow. I can feel again that the match is mine when Kaiba once again heals. My Flamethrower does less than half, and I know he can beat me with 1 critical hit. But I can't lose here. I look to where I've come from, my humble beginnings, the journey I've taken, the battles I've fought. It's now or never. I need to end this now. I've got to use my super attack. Ah!
Ah! My son!
My son!
Not my son.
My child.
My son.
Onwards, my son, for you are the son of Odin. I don't know why I did that. Why did I do a Thor impression? I'm just... My son?
My son.
It's over. The battle is finished. With the help of holy intervention, I have beaten this challenge. Kinda. I want to say a big thank you to Sylph Spectre, Pokeraf, the Christian Pokemon Champion, Antlerboy, R9 Beats, Jake McCauley and Madrab Bread for being good sports and being in the video. Asking them all to do those lines must have seemed very random at the time, but it's all worked out. I am very grateful that they really did take the time to help me out. I really do love making these stupid videos like this, and I hope you all enjoyed it too. In 2 weeks' time, I'll be doing my first Pokemon Sword video to see if I can beat Pokemon Sword in a Hardcore Nuzlocke just using flying types. Until then, I have been HBT, bye bye. Oh, hang on, want to hear some extra audio from Madrab Bread? Of course you do.
Oh my god, I haven't had to do a Dragon Ball Z noise since I was a kid. Was that even good? I hope that works.